Wantless is an early access, post-apocalyptic tactical RPG which sees us Inception our way into patients' minds, destroying their desires and wishes in incredibly unique and entertaining fights as short as my attention span. Hey, is it a new deck builder? After countless, and I mean countless transpositions failed, meaning I got wrecked, I can tell you what Wantless is all about and if it is a real fun or a refund. We accompany Ares, a transposer who can delve into the mind of her patients, taking away the wants and needs, since in this world 99.5% of the human population are gone, and the remaining turn to us. In their minds we are tasked with going from room to room, clearing out bad thoughts, evil traits, memories of perished loved ones, and many more. I myself could use that to clear out my memory of the last Airbender movie. By successfully performing transpositions, we increase our reputation, moving from town to town in the search of a mysterious creature which kills our patients during operations, with the end goal of us stopping it for good. During these transpositions, we face off against weirdly formed memories in a grid and turn-based combat system with a unique twist. We start out each turn with 8 action points we can use to move on the field or use one of the diverse skills we can craft ourselves, but more on that later. The twist of the combat system: each action point we use grants our enemies an action point as well, meaning the more moves and skills we use, the larger the arsenal of the enemies will be during their turn. This sees us consider doing less or even nothing to recharge our abilities and risk less incoming damage from our opponents compared to unloading our whole skill bar in one turn. These skills are the second unique and incredibly designed feature of the game, since we can create and craft skills to our liking. Each skill is formed out of 3 synapsis sections, with the first picking the area of the skill or summoning an ally, the second puts in the effect, like one of the 3 damage types, ticking ailments, healing spells and general buffs and debuffs, while the third determines the action point cost and cooldown time. The skills formed this way have a certain discipline cost, which limits our usage of more powerful skills, like a spell that hits a large area with 3 different effects costs far more discipline than a melee one-hit skill. The amount of discipline we have grows naturally through level ups we gain after farming enough experience points, or through the surprisingly deep talent tree. Each level up rewards us with a learning point, which we allocate in a mind tree. This mind tree can enhance our melee or range damage, the tick numbers of our ailments, our health, the stats of our summons, the amount of trinkets we can carry, our general survivability, the amount of discipline. The options are, in one word, a lot. Trying out options in the mind tree and combining them with the endless possibilities of the skill combinations amount to tons of game style options and requires us to experiment with the incredibly deep crafting system of the skills. Powerful skills are necessary to beat the incredibly tough enemies during a transposition. Each transposition has their own enemy types, with some focusing on ailments, range attacks or position swapping to hit us with devastating spells. This sees us change our strategy with each battle according to our opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and with the punishing action point system we really need to think about the worth of each skill. Furthermore, during each transposition we can diverge from the main path and explore the mind of our patients, clearing out further negative emotions for an increased amount of rewards. The rewards for a successful run can be synapses to craft more skills, gear we can equip Ares with, like cool new trench coats, and 2 currencies we can use to trade in the shop. We only receive these rewards when we successfully complete a transposition. In the case of a failed attempt, we have a safety net installed, allowing us to use items to revive, giving us another chance. The more we die during a run, the higher the awareness points will be with each revival. These points are gained by killing enemies and have one further use, since we can spend them to awaken the next skill we use, increasing its damage or healing, so we either can use them to enhance our spells or save them to keep returning after our demise. With all these mentioned features of an amazing customization, a clever and difficult combat system, a surprisingly gripping, mysterious story and an overall great art style, it is hard to find any real flaws apart from the cost it takes to respect the mind tree, limiting our experimenting with different game styles. Apart from that, the mixture of all these incredibly deep features make Wantless a definite real fun instead of a refund. Would you agree with my verdict? Let me know in the comments and don't forget to adjust your back posture.